human-made materials, materials which are made by man. But mainly when they prepare, initially they required some raw materials for it. But if the raw materials are obtained mostly from naturally only. So when we see the food chain also, in general, when we see the food chain also initiated with plants, because plants are the producers. Same way here also, if we go with the man-made materials, then definitely like not all the compositions. Yeah. It's a blended fiber, child. But the thing like human-made material, whatever we can take, it's a blended material. But when we go with the human-made material, terylene, nylon, like pure synthetic fibers, when we have seen the pure synthetic fibers also, the natural materials are mostly from, the raw materials are mostly from nature. Okay, so when you have given the composition of the fiber, definitely we should know the percentage of the components present in it. We can't say that only one kind of raw material is present. No, there must be many raw materials which are used, but the composition which is having highest composition in participating in the preparation of synthetic fibers. Understood? In that point of view, we can say that the plants like human materials are obtained naturally. Understood? Next. Any doubts over synthetic fibers of terylene and nylon? Which one is the strongest fiber when we compare with terylene and nylon?
Nylon.
Nylon, exactly. Nylon is the strongest fiber. So let us go ahead with the next coming slide. Yeah. So all these natural and synthetic fibers even are made up of polymers. What do you mean by polymers? Polymers are nothing but a long chain of monomers combined chemically to form a long chain of structure. So each monomer is nothing but a single bead. When we have taken, I have taken the example of a bead chain. If we consider the beads are nothing but monomers, polymers are made up of small molecules joined chemically together to form a long chain-like structure that is called polymers. Polymers meaning merge meaning segments. So here each bead is considered as monomer. Each bead connected chemically. This connection is nothing but a chemical bond, so that we can see that polymer. So this process is known as polymerization. This process is known as polymerization. So polymers is a repeated units. So it depends upon the monomers. Polymers, yeah, Ronak.
Ma'am, the fiber is a polymer.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. When we have taken any cold things or cold items or even when hot items, when we get this enamel will go off. So when this enamel will move from the heat, so that the shining property will be lost. The same way pearls also. That's why pearls is stored under like cotton. They'll take the piece of cotton. Inside the cotton, they'll just place this pearl. Because cotton will absorb the atmospheric moisture. Understood? Atmospheric moisture. So that there is no chance of what we can say that there is no chance of attacking the pollution to the pearl and to become pollution. The synthetic fibers, there are many synthetic fibers, rayon, nylon, polyester, which are made by humans. Which are made by humans, and polymers which are made by humans. First one is rayon. Rayon is called as artificial fiber. Its property is similar to that of silk. Okay. So what are the main preparations for the nylon? Cellulose. It is obtained from cellulose. It's a plant product. Obtained from cellulose. Raw material is from plant. So it is converted into viscose by adding some chemicals. So after this is the texture of viscose is nothing but a thick, hot, honey structure. So this is possible spinners. Spinners, you know, shower head structure with many holes. So when it is passing, viscose is passing into the spiral, there is a thin fibers will be obtained. That molten fibers directly taken with the sulfuric acid bath, acidic and some bases also added to it. So after that it is finally hardened. So it forms finally to spun into rayon yarn. This is simple steps, but in between there are many sub steps also. Not simply by doing all this, simply we won't get the thing. By adding some more chemicals to hardening it, to make it safe. Okay, more resistance, high resistance, all this it requires some chemicals. Understood or not? Yeah. Nylon is a pure artificial fiber in 1930s. The monomer is amide. So poly means many. Many amides connected chemically to form a polyamide. The amide is nothing but a monomer. So there are many types of nylon. Nylon 6, nylon 6X, nylon 5 type. Nylon thread is stronger than a steel wire. So there are some drawbacks of the steel wire, which can undergo corrosion and holding. By holding the metal, there is a wear and tear property also will be present, so that it's not safe by using steel wire. Yes, rust is nothing but corrosion only. Corrosion means reacting with atmospheric oxygen and moisture with the metal. Okay, so this corrosion is mainly, yes, this corrosion or rusting is nothing but an oxidation reaction. Why? Because the metal is reacting in presence of oxygen and the moisture. So in presence of any reaction, in presence of oxygen, we call it as a oxidation reaction, and metals when they react with acids also we call it as an oxidation reaction. This we are going to learn in your higher classes. Okay. So nylon thread is stronger than a steel one. So here are the examples: parachute wires and fishing nets and tent houses made from nylon. So all these required. First one is tensile strength should be high. What do you mean by tensile strength? Holding capacity. Until and unless the wire is very strong, it can't hold the heavy load. So that's why these nylon is considered as though it is an artificial fiber, it is very strong, highly strong. So here we can see that parachute rods, fishing nets, and tent houses. So all these require the high tensile strength. Above one, it can pair with the high pressure wind. The flow of wind also very high. And here if you go with the fishing nets in the sense, if it caught by a fish, the fish is having a very sharp tail, should be there to avoid the cutting and tearing of net by fish. Understood. That's why nylon thread is very much useful because it is having high tensile strength than the other fibers and is having many types also. Next one, polyester pressure from coal, air, water and petroleum. Okay, chemically composed of 85% ester. Polyester with the wool is called polywool. These are the blending fibers. Polyester. Poly means many, esters are the monomers. The repeated units of esters I have already shown you on the board in the previous sessions how this structure is formed. So when the structure is ester, yes, these esters are combined chemically to form polyester. Like how nylon is prepared from polyamide. The same way, polyester means here ester is monomer. So polyester, in order to make the thing in advance, in order to make things stronger, polyester is normally it's weak. So in order to do, if it gives the blending part, so that it makes the what we can say the strength of the polyester will be enhanced. Understood? So polyester, it's a blending is nothing but polywool. Polyester with cotton, it's a blending is nothing but polycotton. Polywool and polycotton also. It can't bear with a higher this thing, the tensile strength, but wear and tear property is very high. So because polyester is polywool and polycot is nothing but a blended. When we go with the blended fiber or anything else, the best example can I give? So when we go to the rusting process. So when the rusting happens, what happens? The beneath layer of the metals gradually decreases. so that finally it becomes soft and it breaks, and the lifespan of the metal decreases because bridges are made up of this iron. So if any part get affected with the rusting, so what happened? At that particular part, the lifespan of the metal decreases. Finally, one main pillar collapses, so that finally the entire bridge collapses. So in order to avoid this, there are many preventive measures. The estimate, I can say that alloying process, alloying this in one particular metal, they have a composition of many metals, so that it should have the property of other metals also, so that it becomes more strength to that metal. But the visibility, so polyester manufacturing of coal, air, water, and petroleum. So these are the main constituents present, or these are the main raw materials, but we can't say that it is obtained naturally. But these are constituents are present in it, but 85% of ester is present. What I said in previous, like this, in the illustration stage itself, I said that. So when any compound is prepared, when any product is prepared, it is having a different composition of things. Different components are present in it, but we can't declare based on what the components present in it. The high percentage is whatever the components are present in the high percentage. We consider that high percentage components are nothing but the main this thing. That's what it is, a combination of coal, air, water, and petrol. But it's a combination. The main 85% of ester is present in it, so it is called as polyester. Someone questioned me in the previous this thing that why I'm in the polyester it is obtained from natural components. So it is considered as the raw materials are considered as naturally obtained from plants and animals. But here, though they are obtained from plants and animals, or it is obtained what we can say in the atmosphere, but 85% of ester is present in it, so we need to go to the high percentage of component present in it, so we call it as a polyester. Okay. Similarly like nylon also. Okay. So nylon is 100%. It's a what we can say synthetic fiber. The raw materials also a synthetic one. Okay, they are not from plants. But similarly, like nylon, similar in the sense that nylon is having nylon 6, nylon 6, nylon 6, 5, 6 different models are presented based on their merit position. This we are going to learn in the higher classes. Okay, PET or polyethylene tetrafilate. PET or polyethylene tetrafilate. In general, PET, like it's a kind of plastic material. These can be observed, like especially the water bottles and strong water bottles, which can bear and which does not react with the atmospheric this thing, and they can hold the what we can say that the water consists of different chemicals or ions, even though they are fit, so that we are very much friendly with the PET. Polyethylene tetrafilate. And trousers and everything it is used because it's a shiny material, and if you have seen, if you touch the texture of the coat or any other thing, blazers or any other thing, so we can feel that the thickness, they are having high thickness, so not normal material cannot be used to stitch these. So in the textile industry, especially the menswear, even we can see that the polyester, buttons and everything shiny things. When we have seen along the red carpet, when we go in on the red carpet, you can see that the curtains and all are also very shiny. So that can be prepared with polyester. Okay. So people wear plastic. Plastic is also the common thing for plastic, and this is nothing but people can't wear plastic. And we are talking about polyester. This is polyester, and this is PET. Yes, PET can also be used for wearing this, what we can say, raincoats. High quality raincoats. The normal quality raincoats are not prepared with the PVC or polyethylene. Okay, but when we go to the higher cost one, it's definitely a higher cost. It definitely we will go with PET. PET is nothing but it's what we can say, PET, polyethylene tetrafilate, and we can also see that what are these sides of both? What are